So, I'm here with a full moon message. First of all, you may have read my posts and articles where I talk, or my videos, where I've been talking about the pre-Mercury retrograde shadow. And I'm just gonna wait until a few more people join this live before I start diving into this full moon energy. But let me know in the comments if you've already been experiencing some Mercury shenanigans, let's call them that. I've been dealing with trying to process a podcast for probably the past 4 hours, and I'm now just giving up. It's gonna have to wait because it's just not happening. It is not happening. So, last month, when I gave a full moon message, I was talking about stepping into leadership position. You can go check out last month's message. I did a live where I talked about what does leadership look like for you? What does that mean for your life? And that definitely meant in my life having to make decisions from this position of leadership. And I'm in a completely different location now. My life basically is completely different because it was definitely about stepping into that position and making decisions. So that's been coming up. And I guess this full moon that is in like 3 or 4 days is called Beaver Moon or something, and it's supposed to be another full moon. Well, it is a full moon, another super moon is what I read online. So I have not looked at these cards yet. I pull the cards and usually I will look at them and see what's going on with them. But because I've been dealing with all this technological stuff this morning, haven't even looked at any of them. So I'm gonna do that now with you. So the middle card is the one that for me always highlights the dominant energy, the energy that is really coming up. And I feel for a lot of people, there's definitely some frustration coming up. And this card here says divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So that's what this card here says. And that's gonna, you will know what this is about for you. Like you are gonna know what this is about for you, and that you feel like some things may be delayed or some things are confusing or there's a lot of stuff happening and it's not quite lining up. So that is what this can mean for you. So with this full moon, you're being invited to really look at where you may feel like there's stuff wanting to come up, because that's what the full moon is about. It's about what wants to come up. And so it may be this feeling of looking past the illusion. And like the dragons always say, they burn away illusion to illuminate the truth. So look at what is actually illusion, what is right now coming up, but that may not necessarily be the truth. And then I have two more cards that are like extra, that are extra energy. And it says here, bring love into the situation. So while you're seeing these things that need to change, or how these things are now not exactly how you want them to be, look past this illusion, look at the divinity in how everything is going for you, and bring love into the situation, into what you cannot change, because you can never change other people. You cannot change certain situations. The only thing that you can change is what's going on inside of you. And then this card here is a black dragon, cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. So while you are going through shifts, releasing what you are being asked to see is an illusion and not necessarily the truth about where you're headed, what's happening in your life, what's unfolding, by bringing love into the situation, seeing the divinity in how everything is going, you're going to create this cocoon for yourself. And this is a very masculine card. So what you're doing is you're stepping into more masculine energy by actually bringing, this is a water element, so tuning into not having to achieve all these things right now, seeing the underlying order of things. You're creating a balance this month. So you're going to be creating this balance between your inner masculine and feminine, is what I'm feeling. And this can look very unique for every person. This is going to look different, of course. Then there's are two more cards, and they are about like shadow aspects. And when I say shadow aspects, I don't mean negativity. What I mean is they are about maybe subconscious things that are playing out that you may not necessarily become aware of as an energy. So when you have trouble with bringing love into the situation, when you have trouble really creating this cocoon for growth for yourself, when times are maybe not going as like in the way you want them to go, and you have trouble seeing the divinity in the order of things in your life right now, and you have trouble with that because it's going to be challenging you, because that's the whole point of an initiation, of a spiritual initiation. It's going to kind of create friction and create contrast so that you can then grow from it. So now with this full moon, you can really lean into that and really lean into where you're being asked to see what you can release right now of trying to control this divine order, of trying to basically control how these things play out in your life. And somebody said in one of my comments, it's this resistance to the not knowing. That's also been coming up now in this pre-Mercury retrograde shadow. This having difficulty with not knowing the future, with not having control over the future. And we see this also playing out, of course, in the political field. A lot of people panicking, and then there's other people that have full faith in how things are going. So this card definitely is all about trust the divinity of how everything is going right now, and look past any illusion. Because sometimes, especially now with politics, there is a lot of stuff that is being viewed through a subjective lens that is colored by trauma, that is colored by ancestral trauma, that is colored even by galactic trauma. So be very picky of external energies and be very discerning, especially now. And now with this full moon, ask like, what is actually serving me right now to be taking in, whether that's food, social media, whatever. And that's how you're going to create this cocoon for yourself, where you can grow and kind of just relax. So these two cards, that when all of this is becoming difficult for you and you can feel this tension building up, this tension of not knowing what's ahead. This here is a whale. It's a spirit animal card, and it says the world fulfillment celebration. Keep the bigger picture in mind is what this means. Keep the bigger picture in mind, and the divinity in how everything is going. So take a step back is what this means when all of this becomes a little bit difficult or challenging. And that all of this is actually happening so that you will grow and be more open to the abundance. And you may want to control how this abundance comes to you, what this abundance looks like for you. But ladybugs, and I pulled this, I think, the exact same card last month when I did the full moon reading. So we're still in the same undercurrent, the same energy is still supporting this process again in this full moon, this here, and it says prosperity, luck, love, the ladybug. So when you cannot see this divine order in things, keep in mind that all of this will have a positive outcome. All of this is eventually leading to you really being able to get to this end goal, this bigger picture, whether that is individually for you or on a world scale. But more than anything, it feels like we're all going through a lot of shifts. So bring love into the situation. So now the full moon is in 3 days. So keep all of that in mind. is what I would suggest. I'm not going to make this super long because I feel like just sit with this message and see what this is about for you. And you don't have to overthink it, because you will immediately know, oh, this is about this in my life. This is about this in my life. So let me quickly read the comments. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. Very true. Not ego, but just be. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. So think about what this is about for you. You're going to immediately know what this is about for you. And if you're watching the replay and this thing comes up where you're like, okay, it's about this or this or this, really kind of see where you are resisting the tension of not knowing, this having this tension of not knowing. Where are you resisting the divinity in the order of Mother, Father, God, Source Energy? So try to kind of see without ego where it is that you may be holding on to something that is really not in your best interest. And how, by bringing love into the situation, how you can actually open up and cocoon yourself in an energy that is supportive, so that this luck and abundance can actually come in, so that you can then get to this bigger picture. But that means that we are going to have to still, like last month when the theme was really stepping into leadership. And that is what these dragons are also all about. The golden seraphim dragons that I'm always working with, they are all about burning away illusion, illuminating the truth, you stepping into this spiritual leadership. And that does not mean some guru or anything. It means like you aligning fully with the highest version of yourself. So that's what that means. And how can you do that more and more every day? Now, with this full moon, what can you release so that you can open up more and more to this highest version of yourself every day? So yeah, for those that are now joining, definitely look back, check it out from the very beginning, where I started with the cards and explained how they all work together. If you would like more personalized advice for this upcoming full moon, or if you just want more personalized advice, we're almost at the end of the year. I do timeline readings too. I do dragon channeling sessions. I do hypnosis, Akashic records, all kinds of stuff. So definitely reach out if you want more personalized advice, and try to see where it is that you may be resisting the divine order of things this month. And now with this full moon, or you can just say a statement like, anywhere where I may be subconsciously resisting letting go of those things that are no longer serving me, and subconsciously resisting accepting what is actually in alignment with my highest timeline, please clear, release, delete, and transmute this across all time, dimension, space, and reality. So that's a statement that you can repeat on the full moon. If you're not sure of what it is that you need to release, your guidance team is always going to know what it is that you are ready to let go of. So you can call upon them together with this energy of the full moon, and you can see, like, let me know in the comments what happens, and let me know in the comments what comes up for you. So let me see. Because of the world of wound. This is a beautiful reading. What do you mean, the world of wound, if you're still here? I need to release my fear. Yes. I think there's a lot of people, definitely, because there's so many different opinions, very strong opinions that are happening right now in the world. And everyone has a right to feel it the way that they do, but it's all creating a lot of division. It's all creating a lot of division, which makes people feel separated from each other, but also from themselves and from Source, from God. Thank you. Lots of light and love from me. Thank you for being here. I just got in. Yes, definitely go check out the replay because I shared the entire message. So go and check it out and let me know what this brought up for you. And I will be back later with more videos and all kinds of stuff. Bye bye.